Hi, it's Sonia and welcome back to my art YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do, I thought I'd do some warm-up sketchbook exercises as that's what I feel I'm needing at the moment to get going. And I guess it was a little bit influenced because I started to realise that actually I did these yesterday, and while this isn't like a 3-minute warm-up in itself, the actual sketch, the outline, I did quite quickly. And I think it's like a really good way of getting going. And either you can, I don't know, just use the warm-ups on themselves, and then you go on to do your other work, just a way of getting started with art or loosening up. Or even then they can lead to, you might actually like the warm-up exercise and, you know, want to continue it or come back to it. But I thought I'd do, this will hopefully be not too long a video because I am actually working on a more edited, well, more longer video also at the moment that I can't release. And basically I just wanted to do one to get me something for me and something for you. So hopefully these exercises will be useful. I'm going to do 3 different exercises. So this one is going to be, so the plan is like a loose floral 3-minute sketch, then a 3-minute quick landscape and a 3-minute abstract. And let's see how they turn out. This is my sort of in the studio loose sketchbook. So, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to keep, normally I have set a timer on my phone, but I use my phone to make videos. So I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on my laptop. I've also got this little mushroom timer thing, but it makes a really annoying ticking sound that I don't think is gonna be great for, might be a bit annoying for people listening to this video. So I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on the time. So it's gonna be quite approximate. It may end up being 4. Okay, so I need to add 3 to that. What's that? Okay. So yeah, with this, I've got 3 minutes. And I have, what you can do is either have a picture of some flowers in front of you. I've got some flowers that I want to make the most of. So I've been sketching and sketching them again. But in some ways, adding different time limits, using different materials, means I'm not getting too bored at the moment. And I also need to take some photos for future reference because they are probably about to fade. And so with this, I've got what I'm using is a Neocolor 2 crayon. But I guess, yeah, so with only short amounts of time, I feel perhaps it's, especially when you're starting off, doing quick sketches, a medium that is suited to fast sketching, like a brush pen, for me, this is my tips, works best. I feel I could be at the stage now actually where I probably could actually try with a fine liner, but I don't know why, the fine liners make me a little bit too tight in the past. And you're not worried about, where am I on now? So I think it's only been a minute. You can also vary the amount of time you want to give yourself for a warm-up. I've gone for 3 minutes because I feel that actually, sometimes in a 5-minute sketch, it's sort of more completed and I want to sort of push myself further. You could do 2 minutes, that'd be really quick. I think I used to do 1 minute sometimes in life drawing or even for, you know, really quick sketches, but that could be a little bit frustrating, especially when you're starting out. But anyway, you can play around with the time. 3 minutes works quite well for me. And already I have got about, this is probably why I need a more accurate stopwatch to look at, because this is not an accurate 3 minutes. Okay, this is like approximately 3 to 4 minutes. I think I'm going to give myself, to be fair, I think I'm actually, so what I could do now is in my last section of time, just going to, now, so then I'm sitting for I think I'm done. So that's, I can also write it's 3-minute sketch, date it. And then So as you saw with the other spread, I actually did the outlines quickly and then I'd come in. So I could come back to this one if I fancy it and make it into a more in-depth, you know, piece, paint, because this is also water, this is definitely water soluble, these crowds. So I could even, you know, put some more watercolour on, blend the colours. But that's a 3-minute warm up in this sketchbook. So let's now go on to, I want to have a go at, this is a bit of a different idea of mine. So this sketchbook, oops, it's upside down. Let's check if it's in shot. It's meant to be a loose sketchbook, which is turning into sort of more landscapes and floral still life pages, which sometimes I come back and alter. So I want to do, I've really been enjoying these, this one I want to come back to actually, this is not quite right, but these loose mixed media sketches where I get really loose with it. So I've got an idea to get me going today. I'm gonna start something, so I need to quickly find a photo. Now you could use, I guess one could use a random map crunch one, or we might all have on my computer, I'm just gonna go to a random, in my like unorganized digital library. Okay, so I've got a landscape scene. I'm gonna give myself 3 minutes. Now I'd used crayon, what shall I use this time? Shall I go for a brush pen? So I'm gonna give myself 3 minutes to lay down a quick brush pen sketch, which then I'm going to come over and alter later on, or when I fancy it, with some mixed media, be it paint and other stuff. I'm kind of trying to wait for the, I could probably find a stopwatch, couldn't I, on my laptop, but I don't know where that is. So I want it to, so while I'm waiting for the minute thing to change, so I can be a bit more accurate this time, I'm just going to try in my head plan out what I want to include from this. Okay, right, it's time to go. So let's go. So I'm deliberately, this works quite well because I actually see how much I get down, but I don't want to have, I want this to be really loose because then basically it'll probably change when I come on top with some other materials. You could abridge these also in other ways, like for example, you could just say I'm going to have 3 minutes and lay down some block colours, like just squint and lay down some areas of block colour for a landscape and then come back over the top with lots of detail. The reason I wanted to do this as well is I was just thinking about it this morning. I don't know, like, you know, sometimes when you don't do a bit of art for time because you're really busy, like weekends, or you're busy with other stuff, then I feel to get into the zone, I have been doing, I guess, warm up. How many minutes we've got left? 2 warm up exercises. And also, like with anything, I don't know if anyone's the same, but transitions are sometimes hard, isn't it? And yet, if you just start something, it can just getting going. Spending like for example, exercise. Sometimes I find like if you just the first few minutes of exercise are like ugh. But then once you get into it, like, oh, I want to do some more. I feel a bit better. And the other thing, if you get like stuck looking at the news or reading things that are a bit depressing, like it's like, you can sometimes feel a bit stuck. And I guess maybe, hopefully, you know, for our own mental health, like it's good sometimes to do. When I've really been into my sketchbook, generally I always feel a bit more positive, and there's so many things we're not in control of, but one thing I am pretty much in control of is this sketchbook. Okay, oops, I've still got a bit of time actually. But what I want to do this, because I have got a plan to come in, as I say. So this pen allows me to work super quickly. Just trying to block in the, and I mean, what I could do is, I finished, okay, that's 3 minutes. But what I could do is then, so with this, I've got the option of referring to this. I'm gonna have to quickly like it, otherwise I'm gonna not remember, put it on my favourites. I'm gonna lose it. Come in looking at the photo and then adding colour, or I could even just say this is now a landscape and become sort of an imaginary landscape, and I could come back in with lots of mixed media and colour and not refer to the photo again, just use this sketch. Really go a bit crazy. But as I say, I've really been loving this sort of spread. Has been pushing me and making me more experimental, like just with marks, colours, like textures. So that is 3 minutes in this sketchbook. Okay, final warm up with you. Oops, not the bin. Is going to be, so I've got 2 of these on the go, these abstract sketchbooks. I've got my altered one, but let's today work in my, this sketchbook. So you could now let us, I'm trying to keep the medium a little bit varied as well, in case that's something you're interested. Let me just quickly grab, have I got any collage material to hand? So grab a, maybe for now, let's do in this next exercise using a little bit of collage as well. So I've got that there, especially if it all goes a little bit pear-shaped. So I'm going to wait for, and then what have I been using? What shall I use? Shall I use oil pastels? Oops. Petals will come off in the... Okay, I think let's use oil pastel and collage. And again, I'm trying to wait for my minute hand. Should I limit colours or should I just let myself go? I think I'm going to let myself go a bit crazy in this one, because I feel before I just used black and red. So this one, let it be really out there. And again, with this will either be something that I leave and I've said I've had my 3 minutes of fun, it's just a warm-up exercise, or it could be something, I have got a few pages going in here, I'll just quickly show you until I wait for it so I can get an accurate timing. Like this one here I've marked because this is one for me to come back to, and it's just turning into like a fine liner page where I keep to one thing. Well, it's quite a slow minute, it feels like a slow minute, this one. When's it going to check? Okay, let's go. And because in some ways I feel like, actually it's interesting, because normally I start the day with this sketchbook, so I am varying things a little bit for me. But actually doing those other loose sketches has made me even feel more looser and want to get play about with some, getting as much, it's like filling up the page, because I know I've got the collage material, so if there's any sections I don't like, I can come over so I can get a bit frenetic with it. And after this, I will probably have to go to make a little bit of a list and try and organise myself a bit, be a bit more focused. But it's just that I could see, that is looking a bit of a weird shape. Oh gosh, I'm not keeping on the time, I've got like 2 minutes. I could see that otherwise it's so easy to put art on the back burner and get caught up in other things. So yeah, 3 minutes. This whole thing will have taken me what? Well, with in between bits, I guess. I don't know. don't know how long this video is going to be, 10-12 minutes, but gosh, I do want to so for example, I'm not loving this section here, so I want to see if I could go over it with this tissue paper. Yeah, so I like to keep now, if I get, you know, gifts or wrapped up stuff with tissue paper, keep it, because it's great. I feel like it's a great way of adding, 1 minute, a little bit of, I like how you get a bit of transparency and you're using also stuff up. Okay, this is really going to be, wow, and that's even, do you know, I like that up there. See, kind of, it's almost looking through the wool, it's sort of. Have I got time? Okay, well, I'm going to be going slightly over, but the point is, it's essentially, this was, because I want to glue this bit down as well. And then this page, so yeah, this page, I leave it for a bit, but I could always come back to it. So yes, okay, so those were, oh my gosh, my camera's moved, angle's moved. I'm sorry, this is going to be a bit of a, I didn't, all the, okay. All right then, with the frenzy of doing that sketchbook page, I hadn't tightened the bracket up enough. But anyhow, here is the thing. Here are three minute sketchbook warm up exercises to, I don't know, just to hopefully, if anybody's interested in these sort of things, to help them get going, because that's definitely what I needed today. And yeah, thank you as always for watching my videos. I don't know how this is going to turn out when I come back to quickly edit it. But yeah, wherever you are, happy art making, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Bye.